When Laudato Si came out in 2015, Mum sent me the link to the Vatican document, and it was the thing that I needed. It was the Pope saying, it was God saying to me, this is what needs to happen, this is what you need to do. In that time, in that transition, I really had my ecological conversion. I moved into that integral ecology that Pope Francis talked about. So, yeah. Integral ecology it's the idea that everything is connected. That's really what it means. And it's, from our perspective as humans, it's seeing the world as everything being connected. I was talking to God just on my drive home from Mass, and I said, okay, well, what do I need to do for Lent? You know, I normally give up chocolate or something like that. And he said, no, give up your bin this time. I got home and I was like, okay, well, I've got 40 days, so I could do 40 things in that time. But those 40 things very quickly over that time turned into 100. And I posted about every single one of the actions that I took in that 40 days. And it changed everything about how I thought. And I went back to Laudato Si and I reread bits. And in that Lenten period, it really changed my mind more than anything else, because my thinking pattern changed. So instead of this normal thinking of like, oh, I want more, I need more, what more can I get? How can I spend my money? What's the cheapest thing to do? Like all of that sort of stuff. It turned into, you know, looking at, well, what do I need this? Is that something that I need? Throwaway culture is the idea that we can exploit whatever we want to. That's just so wrong. Like, we don't have a right to do that, to be able to exploit the earth and keep exploiting it, and doing that with people as well. We can't just keep going and seeing other individuals as how can I use you? How can I use our relationship to my benefit? We read the story of Jesus going into the temple and overturning the tables of the money changers. And I realized that was what Jesus did. Like, he did all the Sermon on the Mount, he did all of the he did everything. But the thing that caused him to end up on that cross was because he went in there and told them that they were doing it wrong. And I realized that was what Pope Francis was doing to me, and that's what God was doing to me, is saying, your culture's not okay. Like the whole idea of that consumerist culture that's been consuming your life since you were born, that can't continue. You know, that's what Jesus needs us to do now, is to flip over those tables and just start again with how we think and how we behave. So if you are starting your journey and you go, I'm going to do all of these things right now, that's just unrealistic. No one can do all of that. But starting small, like, I think when I sat down and started with 40 small things, that in itself was hard. Like, that was probably the hardest 40 days that I'd ever had. So I think depending on where you start, so starting being zero waste was easy because it was tangible, there was quick things that we could do and swap and change and fix. I think people are capable of change. But I think that it would become so much easier if the systems that were already in place helped to facilitate that, because it's either we're gonna have to change in some way anyway. That's just gonna happen. In the next 10 years, there has to be some sort of give from us. We can't just keep holding on to everything we've already had. We have to give in some way. But at the same time, we need the systems to support that change as much as they can. Laudato Si really has been taken on board. It's referred to all the time. It is celebrated, all of that sort of stuff. So I think that to me, it's more than an encyclical. It's more than just his words. But I think that all the work after it that has come as a result of that is more important than the document itself.